Hi, Jenanne.
Holly,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm here in London in lockdown, and yeah, my life's changed quite a bit, as has everybody's. Um, so yeah, shall I
Yeah.
tell you a bit about what's going on?
Yeah, so just if you could tell us a little bit about sort of what you did in the pre-coronavirus era, and sort of what's changed and what you're up to now, that would be great.
So I am an actor. I work as an actor. I used to be working at the Crystal Maze Live Experience in London,
Cool.
uh, which is really cool. Uh, Basically, being a totally bizarre character, taking people around an immersive theatre experience. But obviously, that's a lot of face-to-face contact. So that, along with all the other theatres. But as a kind of side hobby, something I've always enjoyed doing, sewing. And my brother actually phoned me. He's an emergency medical consultant, and he told me that he'd seen someone on the train with a cloth face mask, and he was like, "Oh, you should have a go at making those." And I was like, "Hey." So I made one, and then sadly got ill with, I assume, coronavirus myself. So then I went into isolation 2 weeks. But once I was completely symptom free, I kind of shared a picture on Facebook, as we do, because that's how we communicate in these times.
Yeah.
Ended up essentially replacing what was I've got a 3-year-old daughter, so I kind of work part time. I had 60% working hours before, and I've now gone to about 120% working hours.
Wow.
I think we have to call them like cloth coverings or face coverings officially, because face masks, you don't use it and take away the medical grade ones from the doctors, of course. So I think they're referring to them as face coverings here in the UK, so as not to confuse with the PPE shortage. I've just started making face coverings, and I think it's basically allowed me to justify my years of fabric hoarding.
Amazing. Do you
Yeah,
have some there that we can see? Do you have...
I've got some in the production line, so very cute little otters. So these still need in and sewn up. But yeah, today I've made, well, I'm in the process of making 38. But yeah, I'm just kind of keeping up with, I kind of get to the end of a batch and like, oh, I can have a day off, I can have a breather, and then I put another picture on Facebook, and then a whole bunch of orders come in, which is brilliant. I can't complain because,
Yeah,
you know, need to find a way to make a living in these times.
that's really cool. I really like. And where did you get the patterns and stuff? How, or did you make it up, or how did you come up with...
I can't take credit for the patterns. So I went onto Pinterest to begin with to have a look, and there's this lovely lady. There's loads of different cloth patterns. I tried few different designs, but I found this one fit the best. It comes in different sizes, but it's a free pattern, and she said, I'm really happy for you to share and duplicate my pattern. Embarrassingly, I don't have her name, otherwise I would love to give her a shout out, because I think making her face mask, so she's doing an incredible job.
Yeah, if we find out who she is, you can let us know, and we can link
Yeah.
her thing below the video. That would be fine as well, or above, or wherever beside. I don't know where it'll be. Somewhere here, there. Everywhere, face masks, not face masks, cloth coverings. Yeah. And just before we started the interview, you mentioned that you were going to be moving.
Yes, yeah. Move house, I think 2 weeks. Yeah. So our whole house is really frustrating. I feel like at a normal time of year, we could be using this time to redecorate and just. Whereas we're like, well, we can't change the house because the person who's buying it has bought it as it looks. So short of like phoning her and saying, what colours would you like your walls to be? Yeah, so we're hoping it all goes through, but we don't know. But I'm trying to kind of, as well as my cloth masks, kind of hand a little bit back. So as I said, my brother works on the NHS front line here. So I've been making, and his colleagues, like scrub caps with little buttons on, and they hook their face mask elastic around the buttons to stop their ears getting.
Cool. That's really cool.
Surgical scrubs for a brilliant charity here I don't know if this has gone international, but we've got a charity, and not charity, but an organisation called For the Love of Scrubs, and it's basically Joe Public who can sewing up scrubs for frontline staff.
That's really, really a great idea. So can we share that with this video as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe someone's in the UK and they can sew, or maybe some of you out there know people in the UK who can sew, or maybe wherever you are, there's an initiative that's something similar. Let's find out.
Yeah. Now a 50,000 strong group of incredible people, and it grew. I think it started with one wonderful nurse called Ashley who couldn't get scrubs, so she started sewing them for herself, and it's just grown during all this, and people are making up all sorts of wonderful and wacky scrubs because it's difficult to get hold of the fabric as well, so people are using kids duvet covers, so you know, if you start medical staff in their Avengers scrub patterns and things, that will be one of our faults, but so far I've been
But that's amazing, because I love that that's a really simple way that they can also, you know, bring some life and color and joy and, you know, personality.
Exactly. Well, that's why I've been doing these scrub hats for my brother as well, because he was like, it just gives you a bit of personality under all the rest of the PPE. It just kind of gives you something to kind of make you feel a bit brighter and like an individual.
Yeah. Well, I love that this is what you've done. I love so much that you managed to take this situation on top of actually being ill and then go, what can I do? And the thing that you've chosen to do is protecting people, but also bringing them joy. People love it. And you're making some money. So you've kind of ticked every box and you're giving back. I just think you're brilliant. So
But the same when you're on the other side, like it's just, I guess it's the usual life guilt. I've got like the parent guilt of now I'm not seeing, you know, my family as much and things, but no, it's all great. My mum, bless her, she's come to self-isolate with us, so she's been with us now for 4 weeks. She's doing a lot of the childcare along with my husband, so they've been superstars. I wouldn't be able to do all of this without them, you know, looking after Lila and things.
Yeah, and that's a really important point as well, that like even no matter what people see on, especially on social media and all that kind of stuff at the moment, because, you know, people like me look at you and go like, oh my God, she's perfect. She's doing everything right. And she's so confident and there's no insecurity. And I'm here by myself like, what am I doing? You know?
And then you just get all the guilt. Like I get guilty that I'm charging people for face coverings. I'm like, oh, I should just be using all my time to sew scrubs for the NHS. But it's all so difficult, and everyone's got a different situation, and we're all just having to adapt in whichever way we can. But nobody's got the perfect life that they portray, like, you know. And I think people are getting better at the honesty posts as well, rather than just the
Totally. And I think the thing that you just mentioned is a really important point of a lot of people right now are feeling guilty because they're charging for a service. And if I can throw my 2 cents in, and I think most people will agree, part of looking after yourself is being sure that you are able to pay your bills and get some food on the table for your 3-year-old. And, you know,
of course, and it's not a story like our government's been pretty short, but I'm self-employed. I have been for 9 years, but I just so happen to have had a child, so I was pregnant. As an actor, that's not ideal. Years maternity leave in the 3 years that they're averaging your income. So all of a sudden I had 0 income for my year's maternity pretty much, and much lower one for my self-employed stuff because I had to get a pay-as-you-earn job. So it's just, everyone's got a different thing, but like it's just frustrating because my government help will be pretty much useless. So you have to ways, but then you don't want to be saying that to everyone and be like, oh, woe is me, because it's not. And we're really fortunate. We've got a house. My husband's furloughed, so we've still got his income and things. So it's, you know, we are lucky. And I know there's loads of harder situations.
Yeah, I mean, but we still are all dealing with our own situations and doing what we can. And if we can do anything to support you, please share a link with me that we can put out there to send people your way if they want to support you
Well,
some way or another, buying the cloth face coverings or whatever they want to do, whatever you would like us to do.
they are really, like, they're really simple to make yourself as well. And I'll share the link to the pattern. And if people want, you know, any advice, I'm more than happy to give sewing advice and things. But yeah, if you want to support anyone, then this For the Love of Scrubs Facebook group, they need money for fabrics to provide to us so that we can sew them up. So they're a great cause to get behind as well if you want to put some money in and donate.
Fabulous. The link will be there. And thanks so much for chatting with me over my little coffee this morning.
It really
You too. Have a lovely day. Bye.
lovely.